Welcome to this another session in the continuation of transport layer. In this session, we will try to understand the another feature of TCP, that is TCP Connection Establishment. If you are ever wondered why TCP connection are so reliable, right? Why TCP is so reliable? The magic lies in TCP Connection Establishment. How does the TCP connects to the other system? That's how it is, the magic happens. So this connection happens with three-way handshake. This is an important concept here. Now why three-way handshake? Okay, so three-way handshake is actually a way to make this client and server in sync before starting a communication, that they are just validating whether the real sender exists, real receiver exists, right? So this way they will verify. It's, if I want to give you a real life example, right? So consider if you are sitting in one room and you just know that in the another room one of your friend is staying, and you are just talking from one room, referring to him in your talk, but you are not sure, right, whether he is there in the second room. He might would have went to bathroom, or he might would have went somewhere, but you are still assuming he is there. So this is not a reliable communication. But here what happens is, it's similar like you go to your friend, do handshake with him. Now you know he's physically available. Now you are communicating with him, right? How that will be? That will be more reliable communication, right? You are sure that you are talking to your friend only. So similar way, the three-way handshake makes sure that the client is talking to the receiver, right? So this is a three-way handshake. Now how this three-way handshake happens? So three-way handshake has three messages, you can say. Okay, one is SYN, SYN. Okay, second is SYN-ACK. Third is ACK. Okay, I just put one image here for your understanding. Okay, so here is a client, here is a server. Okay, so both want to start the communication. So both are in init state. So what happens now? The client send a sync message. Okay, in this message he tells that my sequence number is 1000. Okay, and this message will go to your server. So what server will do is, it will go into sync received state, and it will add the sync and acknowledgement message. So it will have the sequence number. Now this sequence number is of server. Okay, and it will also acknowledge the previous sync. So what is the way of acknowledgement? See how beautiful it is. You send 1000, there is the increment number is 1 here. Okay, so whatever this guy has sent 1000, the server will add 1 into it and send it back. So this is an acknowledgement that I have received the message. But server is telling that I have received your message, but my sequence number is 5000. If you want to communicate with me, you need to start from 5000. Okay, so this way your message will be sent, and as soon as this message is received at the client side, the connection will be established. Okay, connection will be established, and the client will again send the ACK that he has received this, and now what he will send? His sequence number, that is 1001, and acknowledgement of 5001. He will also have one, he will increment 1 in his sequence number of server, so he will send it 5001. Now these are the three ways, three to and from messages, right? That's why it is called as the three-way handshake. Once this is done, right, your connection is established. Your client and server can establish a full duplex communication. They can talk to each other. So sync and acknowledge, and acknowledge. These three messages are the pillars of three-way handshake. It's similar like when you send a sync, right, from sender to receiver, what it is in real life story, if I want to tell you, it will be like asking, hey, are you there? I want to start a chat. Then receiver will send sync and acknowledge. What it will tell? Yes, I am here. I heard you. Are you ready to hear me? This is what receiver send to sender. And then sender will tell, yes, I can hear you too. Let's talk. So now your connection is establishment. This is how in real time conversion this can be visualized or portrayed. Okay. Now people, some of you might be thinking, oh, lot of messages we need to send before establish connection, right? So it might be time consuming. But let me tell you that this happens very quickly within a fraction of milliseconds. It happens every time you open a browser, right? Browser tab, multiple TCP handshakes silently run behind the scene, which you will never notice. You will not notice the latency. And as per some stats, right, the modern system can complete a handshake in less than 1 millisecond. So just assume it is less than 1 millisecond, fraction of millisecond. That's how quick it is. So this is the way the TCP handshake will be established, right? So the essence is TCP establishes connection using sync ACK and ACK. And this magic guarantees that both sides are agree and communicate, and they can communicate reliably, right? So now you will ask me, where can we see these messages, right? If it is happening in the background of the browser, where can we see this message? This you will not see because browser wraps it inside a messages, and those you will not able to see somewhere in the network tab and all. If you install some of the tools which will intercept the traffic which is going from your laptop, right? If you install some tools, then you will able to see these messages, ACK, sync, ACK, sync, all these messages you can able to see there. Okay, so this is what behind the scene happens. I just wanted to tell you this is also happens inside. So how beautiful the communication over the internet happens. I just wanted to tell you that. That's why I'm covering this all this small concept. So if you like this video, do share, subscribe, and tell your friend about my channel. It will help a lot. So thank you.